This is our 2019 Hawk Shell. Now I'm going to go over the front storage unit construction and the side bench expansion. I'll have some more detail in our Sagebrushers website. This is a view of the interior of the camper after construction. In the center is the front storage unit, which holds two closed storage bins and a gray utility door underneath. It also supports the refrigerator. It can provide an extra place for somebody to sit, and it provides a base for the lagoon table bracket. On the left is where we expanded the side bench to make it deeper for more comfortable seating. We also needed some space for a 7-liter fresh water tank and a 120 AC panel and battery charger. So that goes in the side bench also. To make the table support as strong as possible, I made a double wall in the front storage unit on the left. The frame is secured to the floor and to the passenger side bench, so there aren't any holes in the camper wall itself. I used a combination of angle brackets and pocket holes to assemble the frame. Okay, maybe a few too many angle brackets in this spot. Pocket holes are made with a Craig pocket hole jig and a drill bit, as shown here. The jig, the blue thing that is clamped to the wood, makes a precisely angled hole for special pocket hole screws. I used the 4-wheel camper paneling from the side bench tear out, along with finish washers, so that it has the same look and feel as the rest of the camper. Finally, after a few trips, I realized we had unused space between the double walls and also behind the clothes bins. So I put a couple of small hatches in the top. Now we use the space behind the bins for our dirty clothes sack, and the narrow compartment between the walls is just large enough to safely hold a few bottles of adult beverage. Now we'll get into the side bench expansion. I made a couple of videos at the time to show the progress of that work. I'll have some more detail on that project and some dimensions on the Sagebrushers website, which is linked below. Okay, this is my expanded bench under construction with some supports and bulkheads that separate the water compartment from the electronics compartment. Okay, I finished driver's side bench and water compartment, so we've expanded the bench. It's wider than before, and added a water tank which needs to be plumbed, and I've expanded the electronics compartment to add a iota charger. And finally I turned this panel upside down and put the LPCO detector down lower. And next step is the stove sink combo up here on top of the furnace. This is what the side bench looks like today. There's a black cleat across the top which supports the lower bedboards. The area under the overhang on the bottom is left open so that we can check the turnbuckles, but we still use that area by putting a mesh across it, and we stow shoes and coats down there. There are two round vents in the electrical compartment for ventilation, and a little vent along the top edge to allow heat to escape. This is really only necessary on hot days when the battery charger is plugged in, typically for battery maintenance between trips. Well, that covers the two simple carpentry projects in our build. Next will be the stove sink cabinet, and that's even more simple. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you subscribe if you want to follow along. Go to our website if you want a little more detail, and please let us know if there are any questions to clarify or better ways to do things, and we'll share those too. Thanks much.